Okay. Here we go.
I'm gonna zoom in very slightly. Is that good?
Yeah, I think that's good. You gotta keep the light on like that? Or?
Oh. Yeah, people hate me for that.
Flash!
Oh, Masters of the Universe. Finally get the reference.
Yep. Okay, so we're doing New Vegas, right?
This control.
Bit of technical difficulties, I guess.
Yes. Quickly resolved, though.
Yep.
Now, while the light may be blinding to us, it thankfully doesn't seem to have an effect on the camera.
Yeah.
You gotta make it louder?
Oh, yeah. Don't have it up that loud, do I? Now people can see me in action.
Should be a hand model.
Hand model. Gotta get a ring. Get out of there. Because I don't want there to be a big what the? There, you think this will help? 3D glasses for the sun.
It really doesn't bother.
There we go. Now that's just perfect right there. Test signal for the old TV.
That really is pretty cool.
I think this is partially one of the reasons why this is such a big request.
Yep.
But then again, isn't most of what survives kind of 1950-esque in the first place?
There's gonna be a game that we play where the load screens are more fascinating than the gameplay itself.
We'll see about that. Although I will say that is a very good screen.
Yeah.
So it looks like we push start. You can read it.
Yes. I'll set you up with a new game.
You can see it.
Loading DLC.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
No, it just means it's like just loading it
Oh, okay.
as the game loads.
You see, before we started this video, we weren't sure which disc was the regular one, and the other one was the DLC, so I was getting worried this was the DLC disc.
Does that say new or Jew?
That's new.
Alright. Start a new game. Yes. Yes.
Why do you think it would say Jew?
Don't discriminate against the Russian Jews.
I'm not. Definitely fits with the atmosphere. You saw me standing without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. You knew just flaming bullets.
Incendiary rounds.
So is that us that just died, or are we still on the story?
No. You'll see.
Okay.
When you die, you'll know it.
It's just too many people they're focusing on right now. It's kind of difficult. Nice suit.
War never changes.
What does it?
That's
When
what
atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn. Training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots.
Pretty cool.
It'd be funny if it was House.
You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip.
This house or the other house?
Both.
What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
Let's see.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
There's a great intro I can say I've watched so far.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorites.
So should I just assume it was like everything leading up to that moment, or do you come back as like a spirit?
Well, you'll see. It'll all be made clear.
Or maybe you're like reborn.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, that's better.
You're awake. How about that?
You can turn the brightness down.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Good question. Let's delete him first. How about we go for something crazy like Conquer? I don't know. Or
Great and Mighty Pooh.
yeah,
Mighty Pooh.
Mighty Pooh. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't noticed so far, I'm on a Conquer's Bad Fur Day kick. There we go. Mighty Pooh. It'd be funny if he actually said it. I don't think he does.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
So,
Can we make him a black guy?
how do we do that?
Top one's male, bottom one's female.
Okay, so we'll be male. Next.
Top one, African American.
Okay. Nice hairdo. Okay. Next. Is this all just stats stuff?
Those are like pre-made different faces you can choose from. If you scroll to the right a little, you just pick one.
Frankenstein hair.
Whichever one you like.
I kind of like that one.
Alright.
Let's see.
That's customize, the next one is randomize, and the next one is age.
I don't know how old should be.
Well, it just adds more wrinkles and such.
Makes sense. I don't really see much of a difference, but I'll just kind of put it in the middle like this. Next. Eye color?
Hairstyle, hair color, and facial hair. The middle one, I think, is pretty irrelevant in this game.
Yeah.
Press A.
It's not like we can even see what they are anyway.
Select it to actually change it. Shaved, hairdo, it's closed.
Okay, so I get to see what that. I guess that's a good hairdo. What do you think?
I'd do something a little more,
robust.
yeah, but
a bit
it's up to you. See, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is kind of like that one.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the Hitler look.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go with
Black Hitler.
We're gonna change that mustache though, if we're gonna do that.
That mustache, maybe?
I guess.
That one?
Yeah, close enough.
Are you sure you want this to be your character?
Yes.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
Man, the V-holt's broken again. Oh, wait.
Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that bigger tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Makes sense.
Use the left stick to move around.
Okay, so that moves around. While the other one makes it move back.
He wants you to go to the bigger tester.
Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the bigger tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your
It's
back.
starting to get kind of blurry on the picture there. I find that kind of interesting.
So we got strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, luck.
Yeah.
Perception is good. Okay, he doesn't need to be the Hulk, so I'm not going to make him that strong.
They set him up as the Hulk. I find that interesting.
Charisma will get you far. So will intelligence. Agility. I don't really care for luck.
Makes sense.
This is how I might make my character. It's kind of a wimp, but really smart.
I say whatever. You know a lot more about this stuff than I do.
It's just a personal preference, really.
Yeah, there we go. Cleared up.
But maybe, since we're not even going to be able to read most of this stuff, we should just go for like a kind of a more strong brawler type.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best idea.
Yeah.
Make him the Hulk like they wanted him.
Let's just make him really stupid.
Yeah, let's just give him nothing but strength and just see him rip car doors. Yeah. Is that the strength meter?
Yep.
Oh. Well, that should be fun.
And so here's strength, here's endurance, here's intelligence, agility. And believe it or not, we still have some points left.
And maybe give him just a little intelligence. We don't want him to be like, Jaws, play now.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
Now, that don't make a lick of sense. Seems to me you're the luckiest son of a gun in New Vegas. Well, but that don't hold him.
Go.
He's there.
Questions. See if your dog.
To jump, press Y, it says.
Maybe let me take the eye test.
There's no Snellen test.
Oh, there he is. He's hiding from me.
Now he wants to do a psychological evaluation.
Okay.
It's important that you're relaxed for this next test. Please have a seat.
Okay, push the A button, I
Yep.
guess.
All right. I'm going to say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat, food, or newspaper. Or train.
Train.
Or
risk.
Kick.
Kick. Dinner. Well, I don't want to make him creepy, so let's go with,
It doesn't, you can change your answers whenever. So, like, this has no permanent effect. It's really just for fun.
I'd go with newspaper, but what do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Newspaper.
Shelter, burglarize, renovate, target, investment, demolish.
I'd almost think of investment myself, but I think that's just me.
Night.
Campfire, dream, shroud, sleep, treasure, silencer.
Silencer. What's the correlation?
Because at night you're being stealthy, so you use a silencer.
Silenced, okay. You pick this one.
Silencer.
Okay.
Bandit.
Bribe, crush, stab, Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Vaporize. Reasonable.
I picked the first two. You can pick this one as well.
Vaporize.
Light.
Dark. Heavy. Beam.
Beam.
Flask. Inspiration. Torch. We're gonna go with beam, obviously.
Yeah, beam.
It's an inside joke.
Mother.
Yeah, we might do that next.
Caretaker. Jeans. Cookie jar. Tantrum. Tattle. Regret. Human sheets.
Humans? That's horrible. What do you want to go with?
Human shield.
Okay.
Sometimes when you give tests like this, you learn more than you was hoping for, and I reckon that ain't always the best thing. But I guess maybe it explains a thing or two about your predicament. Okay, now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one, conflict just ain't in my nature.
Strongly agree, no opinion, disagree, or strongly disagree.
Let's see. I'm not a violent type. Well, if he's the Hulk, I'd say, agree. But what do you think?
Well, wouldn't it be disagree then?
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm getting mixed up with this.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
What do you think? Do you think he's a good team player?
I don't know. You pick.
How about, maybe agree with that?
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
What do you think?
Oh, he's a big macho man, so probably.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
I want to be a macho. Well, we did make him very stupid, so.
So, probably not. I mean,
he is slow to embrace new ideas.
So he would be slow to change. Okay, very easy.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Well, obviously.
Yes.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
It's like two kissing people to me.
A broken chain, a chemical reaction, a shadow in the door frame, an oozing wound, an angry two-headed ant.
I'd probably go with the angry two-headed ant if he's going to be the macho man. But, you want to go for anything different?
Just remember, these answers don't really mean anything.
Okay. How about this one?
It just gives you recommendations for his skill set, but you can just change them.
I see a perceptive work of art.
Priceless.
Priceless. It's some piece of...
Space-age technology. A ship at sea. I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like.
I want to go with I'm too embarrassed.
Last one.
It looks like two priests giving a high five.
Somebody modded this game to make one of the choices two bears high-fiving.
Night in the darkness.
A bearded man. A mushroom cloud. A head on a pillow. And that's it.
I'd probably go with the bearded man.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you take care of this.
You get to pick like 3 special things, and the different specialties are barter, like trade, energy weapons, explosives, guns, lockpick, medicine, melee weapons, repair, science, sneak, speech, survival, and unarmed.
We'll probably with the buff guy and say melee weapon.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe guns also.
Yeah. Maybe these guns. They're not those guns.
And what's survival increases the hit points you receive from food and drink. It also helps you create consumable items. That's not that important. Maybe explosives.
Sure. Make him a
Rambo.
pyromaniac of sorts. Rambo.
Done.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Built to destroy. The that burns twice as bright, burns twice as long. Weapons have a 3% chance to critically hit, but equipment condition decays 15%. I doubt that one's built to destroy seems pretty cool. Fast shot. While using guns and energy weapons, you fire 20% more quickly, but are 20% less accurate.
That makes sense.
I don't know. Heavy-handed. Your melee and unarmed attack do more damage, but less critical damage.
I'll leave it up to you. I can't decide that one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I guess that's good.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
You just made a gay black Hitler.
What makes you think he's good?
You seen the haircut?
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I can't help thinking there was like a British band that used to have a haircut like that. Like maybe the Motley Crue.
Here, these are yours.
See.
Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Thanks for patching me up, Doc.